Hey church, blessings to you. Thanks for tuning into this update here in June. On behalf of Pastor Dave and myself, we want to extend a huge thank you to everyone who's been so flexible to maneuver with us in this COVID season. For all of you who have joined us online on Sundays, for those of you who've continued to be generous and stewarding your money to bless this church and this community, and for all of you who have hopped on Zoom during the week to pray with us, we are so blessed by you, so grateful for everything that you're doing in this moment. It's amazing to see how this Holy Spirit intercedes to continue to draw us near to one another, even as we leverage technology. And it has been so refreshing to see how you've supported and how you moved to commit towards one another in love. So again, thank you so much. Well done, and keep going. California is slowly moving into stage 3 of reopening, and that has a lot of implications for us as a church. And so over the next couple of minutes, I just wanted to share a few pieces of our plan as we go from moving from all online to having some in-person gatherings. But I also wanted to share with you some beautiful details and values that really came up as we had started planning these things as a church. The transition team, Pastor Dave and I and the staff have spent a lot of time in conversation and praying over our next steps as a church and what our future will look like as we plan towards reopening some of our spaces. And there were 3 values that popped up that became very clear for us. And these 3 values were growth, wisdom, and unity. I just wanted to say a quick word on each. We believe in this disruption, that God is inviting us to grow both individually and as a church. And that means slowing down and examining or testing all things and holding on to what's good. We want to pivot and recognize which pieces of those old normal that we were so used to that were not beneficial in creating an embodied presence of Jesus in our church. And we believe in this moment the Holy Spirit is actively refining and shaping us so that we might come back stronger as a church after this is all over. And so we believe this is a moment for us to grow. The second value is we really want to hold on to wisdom and desire to listen and be careful as we navigate our future. Not being consumed by what activities might be permissible, but by moving ahead to what would be most beneficial for everyone in our community. Learning and gaining discernment as we move along, and still we desire to protect those vulnerable groups that are within our church. And the last value that we really want to hold on to is unity. We believe firmly that the church is one body with many members. And over the next couple of months, what we decide to do as a church has a potential to spark some differences of opinion or challenges within our community. Some of you are really excited about meeting in person and could care less who's wearing masks or not. Some of you are much more hesitant and careful about your public engagement, and you might not want to join us over the next couple of months. So what we want to acknowledge is that is okay. There's going to be a wide spectrum of opinion and belief within our church about what will be the right or wrong decisions in our future. But we want to say this, that in this moment it's necessary to lay down our preferences in humility and do as Paul said in Ephesians 4, to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. With all that being said, I am super excited to announce that we are preparing to move into stage 2 of our regathering plan. We're titling stage 2 just simply house gatherings. This is going to be groups of 10 to 15 people meeting in homes throughout the city on Sunday mornings to watch the live stream together and worship, but also to participate in prayer and conversation around the table. We think this is a beautiful expression or embodiment of what the early church did in the New Testament. And we understand that the church has always been about developing deeper levels of community. So this isn't only just a response to COVID, but we think this is a way for us to pivot and grow as a church, to remind ourselves that we are supposed to be strengthening and developing rhythms of doing life together on a regular basis. And so it's important for all of us to participate in this movement. If you feel comfortable to develop and deepen relationships and friendships within our church, and to use this time of disruption to move as the Holy Spirit invites us to in wonderful ways as we understand what it really means to be the church here in Claremont. But we need your help to move into stage 2. We need some more hosts to open your homes during the week. So if you're interested in having people over on Sunday mornings, we invite you to email me at lance@communionsd.com, or you can register at communion.today. There are 2 more stages that we've detailed in our regathering plan that you can see in writing on the links on our website. But at this time, we really want to invite you to our all-church Zoom, where we're going to be going through each stage in detail. And it'll be a space for you to ask questions. And it'll also be a wonderful opportunity for you to hear what the Lord has been doing in our community over the past couple of months. So we hope you can join us on June 16th at 6:30 p.m. You can register for the link at communion.today, and we hope you can join us there. A couple important things to keep in mind as we close up this video. Throughout every stage, we will continue to live stream. We think it's important for anyone who might feel uncomfortable to gather, or anyone who might have some flu-like symptoms and needs to stay home, to be connected with us in worship. So our live stream will be available throughout every stage. It's very important for you to realize that our plans are going to be tentative and have to be flexible, especially as California continues to reopen and new recommendations come into play. Again, church, thank you so much for being patient. We are so excited to move into these stages as a church and are so hopeful to see the ways that God will bless us in the coming months.